In this video, we will look at evolution. So we know that Charles Darwin looked at evolution and changing over time. So we know that organisms change over time, and that's all to do with what we can see now and what things may have looked like a long time ago. So life on Earth has changed as descendants diverge from common ancestors in the past. Evolution occurs by something called natural selection. Natural selection is a process by which living things with beneficial traits produce more offspring than others. Okay, now you've probably learned about this in the past, but we're going to just recap this idea because it's really important for genetics. Okay, so have a go at looking at these four questions here. Pause the video and try answer these questions. It's based on the video, the last video. Okay, so natural selection is a process whereby organisms better adapted to the environment will produce more offspring. Now, there is a particular reason why they produce more offspring. Let's look at the example on the right. So we can see we've got lots of beetles. Okay, say for example, this is our beetle population. Okay, and we've got a mix of green and orange, or say, let's say they're brown. Okay, so the brown ones here are actually quite good because they are camouflaged and they blend in with their background. That means that the birds that eat the beetles are not going to see them as easily. They're going to see the green ones because they stand out more. Once they eat those, we have a reduced number of green beetles present. Okay, so basically a decrease in the green beetles, but we have an increase in the brown alleles, brown beetles. And the reason is because they have, well, first of all, they're not eaten by predators. And also there is no competition for resources from maybe the other green ones. Therefore, they're going to produce more. Most of the time it's producing because they're not being eaten. Okay, more successful chance of reproduction. Okay, so the amount of genetic variation affects the stability of a population. So low genetic diversity means they are less likely to survive environmental changes. And let's think about a forest, for example. We have a pine forest. A pine forest has a disease. Just imagine all of those trees are exactly the same. Those trees can be wiped out and all killed, okay? Whereas if we have a nice big forest with lots of different species of trees, if we have a disease, it may affect a couple of the pine trees, but the rest of the forest is perfectly fine. So alleles that may confer a survival advantage are likely to be present in a genetically diverse population. This means that if the environment changes, then those individuals with favorable combinations of alleles may survive, ensuring the species lives on. Okay, so biodiversity is really important. Natural selection acts on the genetic variation present in the population. So natural selection will remove individuals that fail to produce offspring, and that will increase the number of individuals that are good at producing offspring. Okay, so these 2 points are quite important. Okay, so here is a question for you. Have a go at answering these two, and that is the end of this video.